When I was younger, my grandmother used to tell me a story I can never forget. Not because it was odd or scary, but because it was true. A truth that came from the heart of nature. The story of Eagle. Not that I am older, this is my story. Because every time I'm lost, I am found with this story. Now I will tell you this story in my words and from my heart. My name is Nazi Entezari, and this is a gentle night's sleep. Every week I will bring you a new narrative therapy, a story for the places in your life where you need a bit of encouragement, a story that teaches us something new or simply gives us a new way to look at life. If you enjoy this story and this voice bring you peace, you can subscribe, like, or comment to support this journey. These simple steps help these stories reach those who need them. Let's begin. Somewhere far away, there was a tall mountain, reaching the sky like an old man sitting on a chair of memories looking down at the world. On that mountain lived an eagle, old but wise, with no name, because in this sky, name doesn't matter. But if you ask me, his name was Patience. He had been the king of the sky for many years. His wings shined like swords under the sun. His claws gripped the ground so tight, even the wind was afraid of them. But time is not kind, even to kings. His wings became heavy, his feathers thin, his back curved and dull, his body tired of life, his claws stiff like old wood, no longer able to hold onto prey. Flying became hard. One day, as he looked down from the mountain, a weak thought came into his heart. Is this the end? No, he's an eagle, the king of the sky. But what's the point of a king no one believes in anymore? This is where the story tightens, especially in the heart, the part where we think we cannot continue. But of course, our story might go on. The eagle began to wander with thoughts we have all had. Is this the end? Is there a point to start over? Can I take the pain? What comes after? One night, as the wind danced through the leaves, the eagle made his decision. He was still alive, and he had to fly or die where he stopped. So, with what felt like his last breath, he jumped. He flew to the peak of the mountain. There was no prey, no sound, only silence. A heavy silence, like the kind heartbreak leaves behind. There, the eagle began his change. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't magical. It was ugly, painful, lonely. First, he took his beak and crushed it on a rock. Slow, hard, over and over, until it broke. There was pain, but no scream, only patience. Weeks passed, a new beak grew, not from strength, but from suffering. Then, with that new beak, he tore out his gloves. One by one, each one broke, like a piece of his past, like ending a relationship that no longer helps you grow, but you still love anyway. Then it was time for the feather. Feathers that flew with him for years. Memories, comfort, identity, but he had to let them go. Tell me, how many things do we hold on to thinking they are ours forever? Only to realize we have to release them so we can become someone new. The eagle didn't want to, but he knew if he didn't, he would die. Months passed. There was no sound, no light, just wind and patience. Then one morning, the sun returned and the eagle opened his eye. He had new wings, a shining back, sharp claws. In that moment, he opened his wings and jumped from the cliff. The sky changed. There was color, there was sound, there was life, a new life. The story ends here, not because there is nothing left to say, but because sometimes we need silence to let a story finish in our hearts. So if you ever feel like you can't go on any longer, maybe it's time to find your cliff, to break yourself, feel the pain and then fly. No like before, but better, wiser, stronger, like the eagle who thought it was the end of his story but didn't know it was only the beginning.